Hello everybody, Cam S here and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be going over the Sig Sauer Romeo 5 1x20mm red dot sight. When looking at the box, this is the top right here. We flip it to the front side, which gives all of their different optics and different products that they offer. So now let's get into the box. I currently have the 1-inch elevator on it right here, and it does come with more of a flat surface mount, but I needed that to be able to fit onto my AR. The scope itself does come with a rubber sleeve on it that comes off quite easily for a little bit extra protection. While going further into the box, it does have a little wrench type thing right here to be able to adjust your mounts, to be able to take off your risers, and it does fit with all of these screws that come on here, so you do not need to pull out any other wrenches. It does come with a lens cleaner, so you can wipe off any smudges that you may get on this device. And last but not least, it does come with a direction, so you know what you're getting yourself into. Just like any scope, it does come with the up and down adjustment, side to side adjustments, and right here is your battery. When we go back up to the top, to turn on your scope, you have to hold down either your up or down buttons to be able to turn it on. And once you turn it on, it is on for the count. You can turn it off if you'd like it to turn off, but it has an awesome setting to where it can be on, and you can set the gun itself down, and if it goes 120 seconds, I believe, without any motion detected, then the sight will turn off to save battery, which is awesome. I turn it off just in case, because I am particular like that. I don't want the battery to run out if the option fails, but I think that option is awesome. This way it does not run down the battery if you forget to do it, which I think is an awesome setting. This optic comes with 10 illumination settings, 8 are daytime settings, and 2 are night vision compatible settings. So like I said before, if you want to turn that off, just have to hold it down, turns off, turn it on, turns on. Now we'll go through all the settings right here. Once you get up to the higher settings, it's a little more dramatic on camera, but I believe the top setting always does this, even when you're looking through it. When you go down, you don't really see that red ring around there. Let me try to get a better angle real quick, because that dot is not as big in person as it is on camera. So let me try to fix that real quick. I cannot get all these smudges out of it and glares, but this is the top setting. One down, one more down, another one down, down again, which gets harder to see. Go there, one more. You can still see a little bit of red there, and then completely black. And I will leave it here for 2 minutes to show you that it does turn off by itself when no motion is detected. I sped this part up so you guys did not have to wait the full 2 minutes. I also wanted to take this time to explain that the dot is much more crisp in real life, and that red glare is not actually there, except on the highest setting, so this video does not really do the scope justice. And as you can see right there, it does turn off after 2 minutes if it is undisturbed. And then if I tap it real quick, it didn't even take much. I was going to shake it a little bit more than that, but as soon as I touched it, it turned right back on. This is the front end of the scope right here, and as you can see, there is a red glare on it, which does affect sometimes when you are looking down the scope. If it is bright out or sunny out, then the red does come through when you are looking down the scope itself. And no matter what angle you get on this scope, the red dot is always going to be in the same spot. I put it in the left corner, left bottom corner of that star, and no matter where I move, it's always going to stick right on that star and right on your point to maintain accuracy, no matter where your positioning is for your head. Here's a quick look of the scope on the Springfield Saint 5.56. So what were my final opinions of the Romeo 5 red dot scope? I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I did not like it at all. And I actually sold it to buy a different scope, but hear me out before you click away. If I'm going to spend 170 bucks on a scope, I would like to be able to like see down range and stuff. I tried shooting the scope at 50 yards and the smallest setting was still a size of like a softball on the actual target itself. So I like to be precise when I shoot. Like, I want to aim small, miss small, as my grandpa always said. And I felt like I could not do this with the Romeo 5 because it had no magnification on it. And I would like to zoom into my target and be able to actually like be precise. That way if you are off by a little bit, then you're off by a little bit. But if you have this big of a target and this big of a scope, or like that big of a target and this big of a dot down there, like you're hoping that you hit it at that point almost. And like, I was not a fan of it. I know there's people that do like it, and I'm just not one of those people. But I'm not anti like red dot or anything. Like, I do understand the benefits of it. Like, if you wanted to go to a range and try to like go through all the targets really quick and like do time trials, pull up real quick and do stuff like that, I understand that is what the red dot is for. But personally, I wanted this on my AR so I could go coyote hunting, and I felt like if I had anything out 50 yards or more with this scope, then my dot is going to be way too big to even be able to make a precise shot, and I did not want to do that for hunting. I also do understand the concept of trying to get a younger hunter or a younger shooter behind the gun itself, and this would help them with that. That way they don't have to be able to maintain the perfect angle to be able to see down that scope. This way, anywhere they look, that dot is always going to be in the same spot, and it will make it a lot easier for them just to be able to start feeling comfortable shooting guns and being able to look down the sight. But for my gun, it didn't really make sense for me because I had like the iron sights down there, and the red dot was honestly just on the tip of the iron sights down the barrel. So it was like, I'm just using a iron sight at this point. There's no magnification on it. I am just looking down the scope at a red dot that's on the tip of my iron sight. So I was like, is it really worth it for me to spend $170 on this? No. But if you're gonna be out there doing time trials, not hunting, or you just want it for self-defense so you can pull up quickly and things like that, it makes complete sense for you, then go for it. It is a good scope. I like how you can just set it down and it would turn off, because that would be something I would most likely do, is set it down and I would forget to turn it off, and then the battery's dead the next time I want to use it. So I thought that was a good setting. I thought it was nice how the red dot moved around inside of it, which I'm sure most do, but overall it did not suit me as a hunter to be able to go out and harvest an animal with this, just because I could not zoom in. But if it suits you, go for it. It's an overall very good scope, but personally, I would not go with it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope I gave you some information that you needed to know before you go out and purchase this. Please leave a like, subscribe below, turn that bell notification button on, leave a comment down below, and tell me what you think about this scope, and I will see you next time.